Hey guys, Block Builder here, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be reviewing Splitside version 2. Minifigure things you can do. It's not very easy. You gotta take off that, and then maybe lift up this guy's arms. And there's Splitside with a minifigure inside. That's definitely not his head in there. Definitely not. But anyway, I guess we'll just get on to some size comparisons. Here he is next to a minifigure. Here he is next to Lego Mario. Here he is next to Chris Pratt. Here he is next to Limelight and Six Cylinder. Here he is next to a shark. Car. Last but not least, here he is next to a stretch limo. Just one thing. You can take Six Cylinder and he can go right here. This was the original intent. This engine is just an accessory. It still transforms into robot mode, but that is Splitside with Six Cylinder attached. So now we will be moving to transformation. This is what he looks like without an engine. It looks really weird. So to transform Splitside, what you want to do is you're just going to take the fronts. These will flip down. Those will become his feet. You're going to rotate this section around like so. Open up these little doors, and then come underneath and rotate these sections this way. Next, this whole part here, I'm going to pull these out a little bit for clearance. And then this entire section is going to unpeg, you're going to plop or rotate out this whole section that forms the legs. So go ahead and rotate the arm chunks up, rotate these up, and just kind of pull this whole section out. Oops, we messed up a single part right here. That is okay. Alright, so you're just going to rotate this whole section out, and then kind of move his hips out of the way, and get the arms out a little more. Go ahead and fold these little doors back in. And then this whole section right here will now rotate out like so. This will fold over top. Turn them up like this. Rotate the legs straight down. There's one leg done. And there is his other leg done. I will have to raise the camera, but that is all right. Flip down his hip skirts. I will now raise the camera. So as you can see, we can now see. So next thing we're going to do, you're going to come up here to these panels and just flip them straight up. Rotate out these flaps right here. This whole section will collapse down. And then this whole part will break off for no reason. And then we will rotate it around like so. Next, this will collapse down and you're going to fold his hand out. Break it off apparently. Rotate it down as this part folds in. And flip it around. That'll form his hand. This will slide in. And there's one arm completed. So do the same thing on the other side. Rotate that down. Rotate the hand down. Fold this around. Slide it in. Next, for the final step on this guy, you're just going to come back here. Rotate up this panel. And then finally, we're going to rotate up his head. Spin the top. And these just collapse back onto his back. And there's Splitside in his new robot mode. So now that we have Splitside in robot mode, we'll move on to some size comparisons. Here he is next to a minifigure. Here he is next to Limelight. They didn't want to transform him. Here he is next to those two cars from earlier. Didn't transform them for obvious reasons. And here he is next to that limo. Also didn't transform because they need their own videos first. And finally, here he is next to a shark. So, before we move on to anything else, I just wanted to show that I basically did Six Cylinder's video on Limelight's because Limelight's video was too short. You can now see that this guy holds the gun way better. But that's why this guy can just be swapped between a bunch of car bots. He's just a cool little dude. So now we're going to be moving on to articulation. So we're just going to pop this out of his hand, and we'll take a look at this guy. So his head can rotate on a T-joint, like so. And he can look up and a little down. His arms are on ball joints. They can rotate 360 degrees and also do a little more stuff. He's got a elbow that's over 90 degrees of bend. You can like rotate this like here. You can also rotate this, but that looks weird. But you can also just rotate this part, and this can fold up and down. And that is arm articulation. And that's how you break the wings off of his back. And by wings, I mean little flap that opens for his head. Pretty easy fix though. He has this weird like waist joint in his hip skirt. Things can move up and down so that they can get out of the way for his legs. So those can kick up that far. He can bend at the knee. They can go all the way back, even inside of his own chest. He can like rotate his leg out, and this is ball jointed in here. His feet are also ball jointed, so you can move them around a little bit, and these parts can fold in and out like that. So you can get him into some pretty good poses. Just going to put 6-cylinder back in his hand because I think it looks cool. So yeah, that is Splitside version 2 in rollout mode, and that is this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Block Builder, breaking out.